So let's settle in to this practice. And choosing whatever posture supports you, whether you're seated or it feels better to come into a more reclined, lying down position. Or even if you wanted to come into a standing position for part of the practice. So just checking in with yourself and seeing what feels right for you in this moment. And we can of course practice here with the eyes closed or half open. Just allowing the body a bit of space and room to shift and adjust, just to ease its way into the practice here. And if it feels comfortable, starting here with a few deeper breaths, just to help the body settle. We can also use the breath just to ease out any tension, release any tightness from the muscles or the joints. You could perhaps take a breath, deeper breath into the upper body. Might like to take a deeper breath into the back. Perhaps taking a deeper breath into the lower body. Taking a couple of deeper breaths into the whole body. And then whenever that feels enough, just releasing those deeper breaths. Keeping your attention in the breath as the body transitions to find its own natural rhythm. Keeping your attention in the body as the breath becomes more quiet. Gradually and gently starting to feel a gentle stillness here. As best we can, connecting with this stillness here in the body and the breath. As we connect with the stillness that is around us in nature at this time. At this time of year, as we start to come to the solstice, where we experience the longest hours of darkness, it's a wonderful opportunity, a gift even, to rest here in this darkness and this stillness. Conserving our energy. So if it's helpful here, perhaps just taking some moments just to connect in to feeling the earth beneath you in whatever way makes sense to you, whether that's through the soles of the feet resting on the ground, perhaps the seat of the body through the chair. Or however the body is connected, supported. Seeing if we can have a sense of the earth holding us here, the earth supporting us here. Connecting with the earth's energy. Resting with this stillness. And if the mind wanders or becomes distracted, knowing that this is okay. It's a part of being human. It's what the mind does. And it's helpful for our practice to be able to notice when the mind has wandered, and then inviting it back, coming back to feeling the body resting here, feeling the connection with the earth. Resting in stillness. And then the invitation here is to bring your attention to your breathing. If for any reason that doesn't feel comfortable for you today, maybe keeping your attention in the body, in the seat or the feet. But if it's okay, coming to notice your breath. And you can notice the breath wherever that feels most comfortable or familiar, or is most prominent. So it could be the breath at the nostrils, maybe around the chest, or lower down in the lower abdomen, the belly. And the invitation here is to become aware of the full duration of the in-breath and the full duration of the out-breath. Following the breath in and following the breath out. Noticing the sensations of the breath in and of the breath out. again here, if the mind wanders, just gently bringing it back to the breath. Noticing the full duration of the in-breath and the full duration of the out-breath. No need to force the breath in any way, just letting it happen, just letting the body breathe itself. So at this point of the year, when there is less light and more dark, it could be said that we're between the in-breath and the out-breath of the year, as the earth tilts her furthest away from the light and the heat of the sun. So the invitation here is to become aware of the pauses between the out-breath and the in-breath. As we breathe in, there's a very subtle pause before we breathe out again. At the end of the out-breath, there's another subtle pause before we breathe in again. So keeping the breath natural, not forcing any pauses, just becoming aware of these midpoints between the breaths. And sometimes we might find that the pause at the end of the out-breath is a little bit stronger. Just noticing what's true for you. And any time that the mind wanders or gets distracted, just acknowledging this and then coming back, feeling the natural flow of the breath, and resting your attention in the pauses between the breaths. It's sometimes at these pauses, these very subtle pauses, that we can really touch deeply into that sense of stillness. Nothing to do, nowhere to be, just resting here, resting in the stillness. Each time the mind wanders, coming back, even if it's over and over again. And then as a way of gently closing this practice, let's take the opportunity to draw on some loving kindness or metta. If it supports you, you could place a hand somewhere on the body, perhaps on the heart space or on the tummy, or holding a hand. And beginning with ourselves, offering ourselves some loving kindness. May I be well. May I be happy and healthy. May I be safe and free from suffering. May I be peaceful. May I be at ease. Breathing that in for you, breathing in that loving kindness. Letting it nourish the whole body. And then we'll take a moment to offer loving kindness outward. Here you could bring people to mind, individuals, groups, communities. Or if it feels right, offering this out to the whole world, to all beings. May we all be well. May we all be happy and healthy. May we all be safe and free from suffering. May we all be peaceful. May we all be at ease. While we breathe in loving kindness for ourselves, we can breathe out loving kindness for others. And then letting go of any words, letting go of any images, placing the hands back in your lap if you wish to. Just one last moment just to rest here. Resting in this loving awareness. Resting in this stillness. And then noticing your breath. And together we'll notice the breath for a breath in and a breath out. And we'll bring this practice to a close. And taking your time as we gently shift from the practice, perhaps bringing some gentle movement into the body and opening the eyes when you feel ready. Thank you for your practice.